Hello students, welcome to the session of some special parallelograms. In the previous session we discussed kinds of quadrilaterals and the properties of quadrilaterals. Now we are going to discuss some special parallelograms. Already we know the property of a square. What are the main properties of a square? In square, all the sides are equal, all the angles are equal, the diagonals are equal in length, the diagonals are bisect each other. All the angles are 90 degree. These are the properties of a square. Now we are going to discuss some special parallelograms. First one is square. Here we are going to take some properties for other shapes also. Okay. First, a square is four-sided, so it is a quadrilateral. Actually, what is quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. Now what is given? A square is four-sided, so it is a quadrilateral. Okay. Next one, a square is a parallelogram with all the four sides equal, so it is a rhombus. Here we discussed a square, parallelogram and rhombus. For square also all the sides are equal. For rhombus also all the sides are equal. Parallelogram actually opposite sides are parallel and equal. Here we discussed a square is a parallelogram with all the four sides are equal, so it is a rhombus. We have to take that is a rhombus shape. Okay. Next one, a square has its opposite sides are parallel, so it is a parallelogram. We know in square actually all the sides are equal only. But what is the main property of a parallelogram? In parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal. So here we have to take actually opposite sides are parallel now, that is a parallelogram. So we have to use the condition for here. Okay. The next one, rectangle. Actually, in rectangle, what are the main properties? Opposite sides are equal, all the angles are equal, the diagonals are bisect each other, and the diagonals are equal in length. Here, a rectangle is a parallelogram with equal angles. Actually, in rectangle, all the angles are equal. A rectangle is a parallelogram. We have to take there is a parallelogram when with equal angles only. Okay. Next one, a rectangle is a parallelogram in which every angle is a right angle. We already know in rectangle all the sides, all the angles are equal, all the angles are 90 degree. We have to take a rectangle is a parallelogram. When we have to take this condition, in which every angle is a right angle. Okay. Next one, a square is a parallelogram with each angle a right angle. So it is a rectangle. Here we are discussing parallelogram, square and rectangle. Actually we have to say a square is a parallelogram with each angle a right angle. Every angle is a right angle means we have to take that is a square and rectangle. Okay. Next one, rhombus. Actually what are the main properties of a rhombus? All the sides are equal. The diagonals bisect each other. The diagonals are not equal in length. Okay. Here a quadrilateral whose all the four sides are of equal length is called a rhombus. Actually quadrilateral means all the four-sided figures only we have to mention. A quadrilateral whose all the four sides are of equal length is called a rhombus. We have to take that is a square also. Okay. A square is a parallelogram with all the four sides equal, so it is a rhombus. We have to take a square is a parallelogram with all the four sides equal. All the four sides equal means we have to take that is a rhombus and a square. Okay. Next exercise problem, exercise 3.4, second question. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. We know already what are the shapes having equal length. Actually square and rhombus only, because for square also all the sides equal, for rhombus also all the sides are equal. So what is the answer for the first one? A, rhombus and a square. Okay, because for square also all the sides are equal. Okay, for rhombus also all the sides are equal. Okay, next one, second subdivision, four right angles. Actually all the quadrilaterals that have four right angles. What are the shapes? In square also all the angles are 90 degree, that is right angle. Rectangle also all the angles are equal, that is 90 degree. Okay. So the answer is square and rectangle. We know already For square also, all the angles are equal, all the angles are 90 degree. In rectangle also, all the angles are equal, all the angles are 90 degree. Next problem, explain how a square is a quadrilateral, parallelogram, rhombus and a rectangle. Okay, first I am going to explain how a square is a quadrilateral. We know already one condition, a square is four-sided, so it is a quadrilateral. So what is the answer for first one? Actually, what is the question? How a square is a quadrilateral? Actually, a square is four-sided figure. Okay. So it is a quadrilateral. What is the second subdivision? How a square is a parallelogram? Actually, a square has its opposite sides parallel. So it is a parallelogram. Okay. A square has its opposite sides parallel. So it is a parallelogram. What is the third subdivision? How a square is a rhombus? Actually, we know a square is a parallelogram with all the four sides are equal. So it is a rhombus. All the four sides are equal. So it is a rhombus. Next one. How a square is a rectangle? Actually, what is the condition here we are going to discussing? A square is a parallelogram with each angle is a right angle. So it is a rectangle. A square is a parallelogram with each angle is a right angle. So it is a rectangle. Okay. Next problem. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other and the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other and the diagonals are equal. Actually, we have to say what are the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. What is the answer for this? Actually, for parallelogram, rhombus, square and rectangle, all the diagonals are bisect each other. And the next one, name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Perpendicular bisector means for rhombus and square only. Okay. Next one, diagonals are equal. For square and rectangle only, the diagonals are equal. Okay. Now I am going to draw a diagram. First one, the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. Actually, what are the shapes here? First, parallelogram also, the diagonals bisect each other. Okay. The next one is actually rhombus. Rhombus also the diagonals bisect each other. And the next one is square. Square also diagonals bisect each other. And the next one is rectangle. Rectangle also diagonals bisect each other. So what are the answer for the first subdivision? First one is parallelogram. Second one is rhombus. And the third one is square. And the fourth one is rectangle. For these four shapes, the diagonals bisect each other. Next one, second subdivision. Diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. That is square and rhombus only. The next one is rhombus. Diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. First one is square, Second one is rhombus. Okay. Next one, third subdivision. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals are equal. What are the shapes actually? Square and rectangle only. So the answer is square and rectangle. Okay. Next problem. ABC is a right angled triangle. O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. Here one condition is given. ABC is a right angle triangle. So where is the right angle? Here. Okay. O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. That is also given. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. That is our question. Okay. Actually produce BO to D. We have to make one line. Okay. We have to produce BO to D. We just imagine this point is D. Now we have to join AD and CD. Okay. Actually what is given? ABC is a right angled triangle. Okay, that is given. O is the midpoint of AC. That is also given. We have to explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. Actually we just produce BO to D. Join AD and CD. That is a condition. Now you just look. AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to DC. So it is look like a parallelogram because parallelogram only opposite sides are parallel and equal. So we have to take ABCD is a parallelogram. The midpoint of the diagonal AC is actually O. Now O is equidistant from A, B and C. Okay. Actually what is given? ABC is a right angle. Okay. Construction only. Produce BO to D. Okay, such that actually we just join BO to D means BO length is equal to OD length. Okay, BO is equal to OD. Next we just join AD and CD. So you just look this, AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to DC. Okay. So it is look like a parallelogram. So the midpoint of the diagonal AC. Actually that is the point O. Hence O is equidistant from, what are the points? A, B and C. That's all.